But tomorrow afternoon, it will be dangerously cold. And today, we only made it to 45 degrees, the normal being 60. So we are well below normal, but we did end up with 0.8 as far as rainfall is concerned at DFW. This is our Weatherford camera. Nothing but gray skies, not the best view and not the best temperature either, only the mid 30s there. But satellite and radar showing that we haven't had any rain for quite some time. OK, that's all well off to the east, causing a lot of severe storms across parts of Louisiana and Mississippi, Alabama, some tornado warnings ongoing there. But here at home, things are fairly quiet, so we've been very lucky, okay? Temperatures right now, the upper 30s to low 40s across the Metroplex, but we are at 33 degrees right now in Bowie, just 32 in Wichita Falls, 49 though in Corsicana, and 50 degrees in Palestine. But after factoring in the wind that we currently have, it does feel more like 30 degrees in Fort Worth. It feels more like 28 in Decatur, 23 in Bowie, and 26 right now in Mineral Wells. Overnight tonight, I expect the air temperature itself to drop down into the mid-20s across DFW, but about 19 degrees in Decatur, dropping to about 17 degrees in Archer City and 29 in Corsicana. Tomorrow afternoon, we warm up, relatively speaking. We're going to be above freezing, but wind chills will be much colder. So we're looking for a high of about 41 degrees in downtown Dallas, but 45 in Waxahachie, 42 degrees in Gainesville, 42 in Sherman. But when factoring in that wind, again, it's going to feel much colder. So by tomorrow morning, you have to make sure that you have a lot of layers on, okay? We have to protect the 4 Ps, people, plants, pipes, pets, all of the things, okay? 7 o'clock, 26 degrees. It's going to feel more like 14 degrees, though. By 1 o'clock, temperature is going to be at 36, so now we're above freezing, but the wind chills will not be. By about 3 o'clock, we're going to be at 40 degrees, and we're still hanging on to about 33. As far as rain is concerned, we're going to push that back to Friday. So we're going to start the clock Friday at 4 o'clock, and it looks like maybe a couple of isolated, very light rain showers. That coverage will pick up a little bit more, I think, once we get into Friday evening and Friday night, primarily staying well east of I-35. DFW, we're looking at maybe a very slight chance, so a 30% coverage, okay? By the time we get into Saturday morning into Saturday afternoon, that coverage will become a little bit greater, I think, well off to the east, but some of us may be staying dry, especially the farther west of I-35 that you go. Tonight, though, we're going to be partly cloudy. I think we see a few more breaks in the clouds, but we're certainly going to be dry, and it's certainly going to be cold. We're dropping to about 26 degrees, so dangerously cold by tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, it's still going to be cold, 40 degrees. It's also going to be breezy. That wind's going to be out of the north between 10 to 20 miles an hour. So again, it's going to feel much colder than 40 degrees. We do see some improvement, though, on Friday. For Valentine's Day, we're keeping the clouds around, but the wind shifts to the south and east. That's going to warm us up into the low 50s. We've got that 30% coverage of rain, I think, once we get into Friday afternoon into Friday evening. On Saturday, kind of the same thing. We're keeping that coverage overall pretty low. Temperatures actually make it into the upper 60s. It's going to be a breezy south wind, but later in the afternoon, the cold front comes in, drops our temperatures into the upper 20s by Sunday morning. Sunday afternoon, we're not getting out of the 40s. Then on President's Day, mostly sunny skies, temperatures in the mid 50s. The next day, we've got upper 50s on Tuesday. Wednesday, we're back down into the low 40s. So a lot of ups and downs over the next several days. One thing to watch, though, as we get into next week, it looks like temperatures are going to get a little bit milder. As far as rain chances are concerned, there's not as many. They overall look pretty low, but eventually it looks like we're going to see a lot more sunshine. So there are some better days ahead. Jason, back to you.